Yes, hi, hello, I'm here. Hi, I'm here. Hello, I'm here. This is the Maraya Karena Show. And I was going to make this episode about willpower, but, I just couldn't get myself to do it. So instead, it's about dating. Because, I've started dating. And I don't mean dating one person. I mean going on dates with the ultimate goal that hopefully I will meet one person for to date. And I've come to the conclusion that there is nothing more lonely than dating. Is because there's nothing that makes me feel more like I'm not being seen. There might even be something about the format of the date that makes it really easy for both people to just be really stuck in their story. Like a lot of the guys that I'm seeing are running a very simple story that's just this. Dude, this girl might be into me. It's crazy, right? Because girls tear themselves up trying to get men to like them. In fact, most of the mainstream society that women have is completely geared towards trying to get men to like them. And it's almost like validation is given so immediately by, dude, I think this girl might be into me. Because the response is, and of course I'm into any girl who's into me, that might be so unfulfilling that women have to create these elaborate, emotional, obsessive games in order to make themselves feel like they're actually earning love. To make themselves feel that it's actually about them. It becomes this vicious, self-destructive, competitive and detached cycle when all these women were looking for in the beginning was connection. When all we're looking for at all is connection. And I think that all addiction is really rooted in a desire to connect. I teach parents how to massage their babies, and a big part of infant massage is crying. We live in a culture where a good baby is a quiet baby. We live in a culture where if a baby is crying on the bus, everybody glares at the mother like she's doing something wrong. And so we have all of these women who are continually over-nursing, that are trying to put pacifiers, that are trying to stuff down whatever it is that their babies are telling them. And of course, because we live in a wild and polarized society, the other half of that is that then we leave babies in cribs to cry themselves to sleep at night because they have to learn how to tough it out. What do we do when we're feeling emotions? We eat, right? We smoke cigarettes, we drink alcohol, we kiss people that maybe we wouldn't want to kiss otherwise. We try to put things in our mouth to stuff emotions down. Or how many of us feel like when we're going through emotions, we can't let anybody else see. How many of us are carrying around this other story that people don't love us when we're having difficult feelings. So we're walking through our lives feeling all of these feelings that are floating beneath us, and we never want to let ourselves dive deep down and actually feel what's going on. We just want to keep putting things in our mouth so that we don't have to check in with what it is that we're actually feeling. And probably because we're afraid that what we're feeling is too big, that it's too vast, that it's too much, that we'll drown in there forever. And if we can just get through our day putting enough things in our mouth, then we won't have to deal with it. We're reaching towards these addictions because inside us we have a desire to connect, but it's actually reaching for these things and denying ourselves our true emotional states that's making us feel detached to begin with. In terms of cyborg anthropology, one of the main things that I hear is that technologically mediated relationships are replacing true forms of communion. I'm not going to judge that one way or another, but I'd like to suggest that maybe there's the possibility that technology is mending us back towards one another. Maybe technology in a certain way gives us enough safety to make us feel like we can share love, that we can send each other little hearts and XOs. What's so bad about someone being able to have the choice to share something about their lives or about how they're feeling publicly? Especially seeing as how you have the choice about whether or not you want to read it. One of the potentials that I do see is that we use social media to create the ultimate story. That we use social media to create an idea of ourselves, to create an image of ourselves that we then are completely wrapped up in, that we then completely buy. But maybe this tendency of using social media to create the ultimate story about our own personal identity will push through itself towards its own singularity. that it'll go so much to its own extreme that it will become its own negation. That the desire to have a sense of who we are that might now be expressing itself in terms of our relationship with social media will evolve into us having the desire for a more authentic sense of self and a more authentic life and a greater desire for genuine connection. In terms of technology and the body, a lot of people are using media to be able to fulfill their body desires. And through doing infant massage and being a massage therapist, I fully believe in the importance of touch. I even believe in the importance of being naked in front of another person. The importance of having your body seen by someone else can be some of the most nourishing and connecting things that we can do for ourselves. And that when we're not given this, some part of our embodied and felt experience in the world withers. And my greatest hope is that these sort of interactions can push through stories, especially shallow stories like, dude, I think this girl is into me, and even more deep stories of, I think I need to earn love. Because most of all, I believe in us. I believe if we truly need genuine connection and relationship, which I believe we all do, then I think that on some level, everything that we're doing is a desire to actualize that. And that maybe we're reaching for crutches, we're reaching for addictions, we're reaching for story, we're reaching for simple answers. Sooner or later, this desire to connect will win out, to be mended together, to give and to share love, and to be in true and authentic relationship with self and other. Now I'm just babbling, but I think the point stays true. I think there's something real here, and I think that this is the healing that will allow us to go on dates and actually feel like we're seen.